Hey, everybody, and welcome to Raw Dogs, your favorite podcast about Wario and Waluigi and vampires. My name is Brad.
Wow.
And I main as Vampire Waluigi.
Nice.
And Shy Guy Snowboarder. And Rocky Wrench. Those are my three.
Oh, okay. I guess it's a me, Dylan.
It's a you.
It's a me. And I main as Wario. Specifically, Pro Racer Wario.
Okay, he's stylish.
Second, Pirate Wario. And then maybe third, Turban, like...
Well, would you agree that
Wario?
the Wasp Wario is the worst?
I like it. I think it's funny.
Okay.
I just like seeing fat guys in Bumblebee costumes.
It's like the Bumblebee from The Simpsons.
Is there a history of that? Is that
I don't know. My second go-to is actually Goomba.
Oh.
I love my little guy.
I don't like characters that don't have hands to control the carts.
Does that just make you feel weird?
It just doesn't work for me.
That's why Cheap driving a car, it's not realistic.
I like
takes
Cheep
me out of
Cheep,
it.
though.
Even the dolphin, his little fins kind of angle in.
But third place, Jesus, I've just been experimenting. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all good.
It's good to experiment. I am a Daisy fan.
Really? Why?
I think she's a competitor. She has fun while she's racing, and I love that.
Okay, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, like she has this energy about her that like really just, man.
Over the last
and you want to fuck her too.
Yeah, exactly. That a little bit of that too. I just unlocked. I mean, I know it's kind of it's cheap, but I just unlocked the Arabian Nights costume of hers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I will say I have hated Daisy forever. Yesterday, I'm so into Daisy all of a sudden. She is now
Really?
my favorite.
Yeah,
Of the princesses?
If I had to choose of the 4 available female characters, it's because of Sarasaland in this game.
Sarasaland
It
is
fucking
cool.
goes hard.
It really does. It really does.
You get to see Daisy's castle. I'm like, now she's not too Arabian coded. She's granted the whitest chick I've ever seen. But
I
good
would
for
say Rosalina's up there.
her. Actually, they're all very white.
Yeah, they're all very white.
At least
yeah.
Pauline has some Italian energy.
Yeah, she's got Southern Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only one costume, and I bet it's for the release of Donkey Kong Bonanza.
And that's why Donkey Kong only has one costume as well.
Yeah. So they're just going to release that as a promo.
Turns out Pauline is a rock.
Pauline was a rock.
Or she was turned into a rock.
That game looks fucking good as hell. I love the way the game looks. I think this is going to be like primo. I think this is going to be better than Mario Odyssey.
I
hated
that's
the
the
saying
trailer.
some.
I hated the trailer.
Really? Why?
Because it was so good and it spoiled so many fun moments.
know.
That's why I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to get spoiled.
The transformations just look so cool.
But if I didn't know...
Oh, sorry, I didn't.
If I
That's
didn't,
fine.
If I didn't know
Okay.
that Pauline was in the game and it just happened, I'd be like, oh...
Wouldn't it be cool if you had this little rock buddy and suddenly it turned out to be a little girl? That's crazy.
It's every boy's dream.
Also, extremely Wreck-It Ralph coded.
Yeah, well,
Including
Wreck-It Ralph is Donkey Kong coded,
I was
though,
going
as
to
well.
say, yeah.
But
why-
Donkey Kong does the downward punch that Ralph does at the end of Wreck-It Ralph in the trailer.
Well, and Donkey Kong has also become a dabbing maniac.
Yes,
Nintendo's
he loves
redesigned to like, let's make him dumb and let's make him dab.
I wanted to throw my Switch when I first saw that playing Mario Kart World.
Oh, come on.
The lead up to the race, and all of a sudden he just does that, and I was like, "That's it, I'm selling
I
it."
think it's so
hate
funny.
I hate Dabby Kong.
Yeah,
Man, but you're married to Dat Dabbin' Bitch.
Well, she hasn't dabbed in a while, actually. She's
Really?
been
Good for her. She's learning.
She's been in redab.
She's trying to... Oh,
yeah. It is a long a long process. So
Today we're talking about Mario Kart World, Mario Kart 9, or I don't know if
this
it
would
is.
be 9, yeah.
yeah,
But that's also not counting Mario Kart
Well-
Tour and a few other things.
But those aren't in like mainline entries. They're spin-offs.
In the arcade one where Pac-Man's a character.
I played that.
hell yeah.
It's not bad. It's not great.
No, it's actually quite bad.
No, it's not good. That one was Namco developed, right?
Yeah, it was Namco.
Yeah, hence why Pac-Man was in it.
I scrounged up 4 pages of notes on this, which there's gonna be a pretty freeform episode because it's
course.
fucking Mario Kart.
And it's also what
you can
we've
cut
been
this
playing.
out though. Is that Chat GPT curated?
No, and I'm fine with ChatGPT.
No, I
don't use it to- I
actually
don't
started
use-
experimenting with it too, and I'm like, man, this makes things so easy.
I don't use it to make my outlines, but if I have 20 pages of Grand Theft Auto lore, I will go through ChatGPT
Yeah.
and like take 10 pages of this out without losing information.
Right.
And they can.
Yeah,
And yes,
It is a tool.
Robot overlords, yes.
it is a tool to be wielded.
The only robot I like is Rob.
Rob's not playable in this. That sucks.
He's drivable.
Yeah, I know. That's weird, though.
Well, it's weird seeing a dolphin drive a dolphin, too.
I like that, though. I like the conceit.
Like, even like Boo, like a ghost, like he's a spectral, like he doesn't have a physical form. Like, how can he drive?
He can touch things.
He's a poltergeist.
Touch stuff.
He's a poltergeist.
Yeah, but he can't like touch. He still can't touch physical things.
He can.
As long as you're not
that-
looking at him.
Okay.
Poltergeists have like telekinetic powers.
Oh, okay. All right.
How do they
So
open
he's
like doors and stuff?
telekinetically driving his car.
Did
Yeah.
you know that Boo is based off of a Nintendo creator's wife? Because
she that fat?
Well,
That's
no.
okay.
Every time he'd turn around, she'd be like super angry and cussing at him, and he'd look at her and she'd be nice.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
That's something.
That sucks though for her.
sucks for him.
Well, for him more. Yeah,
She's
yeah.
my boo, right?
Yeah, right.
Mario Kart. We talked about it a long time ago. I think it was like at Raw Dogs 20 or something, way back in the day.
Was it for racing games or?
No, I think we just talked about the series.
I do recall us agreeing that Double Dash was the best still at the time.
Yes. So let's just talk about our Mario Kart histories.
Yeah.
Quick.
I played a lot of the one on the Super NES.
Same.
And then Mario Kart 64 was basically everywhere. You could not go over to someone's house without everyone saying, let's play Mario Kart. Mm-hmm. It was...
It was 4 players, which is like
Exactly.
huge deal.
Yeah, and everybody had to bring their own controllers unless you wanted to use, your friend's shitty Mad Catz controller.
With the stick flopping over.
Oh yeah,
Mad
oh yeah.
Catz.
That's what you give to your friends. Like, here you go, use this one. It's all I got. Like,
Can barely steer.
Well, there's nothing like your mom. Like, we don't need to buy the nice one. Let's just get the cheap. This one's $20 cheaper.
Yeah.
it's the same thing, isn't it, Bradley?
I think more importantly, Mario Kart is basically the reason everyone knows Mario across the world. This is played more
That's
than
a
his
bold claim.
This is played much more than
I think
any
Chris
of his
Pratt,
regular games.
Chris Pratt's the reason everyone knows who Mario is.
Well, yeah.
well,
he's-
most other people now,
But if you think about it, most people aren't going to. This is a racing game. It's just a fun party game. Whereas the platformers take a little bit more of a challenge. It's a little bit. It's more of a hurdle for people to jump over. But driving is something that a lot of people know how to do.
And it's rubber banding, which is really great. Yeah, like
which Nintendo is very well known for in a lot of its games.
my wife, she knows Mario Kart.
Yeah.
She knows Mario Kart. If I tried to have her play Mario Odyssey, she'd be like, "This what?"
I think if you asked a really old person who kind of glanced the other way whenever video games were mentioned, if you mention Mario, they'll say, "Oh, like the kart racing game." Mm-hmm. I've heard this happen before, including from relatives. Like, what do you do? You talk on microphone about what? Like Mario Kart? What do you do?
But Mario Kart 64,
Yes, it's wonderful. It's a very good game.
Yeah.
I hated it.
Really? Why? Is it just the controller?
I hate 64. Come at me, bros.
I mean, I'm with you on that. Like, honestly, it's like you could either love or hate it, and I wasn't necessarily impressed with the 64 in general. But I mean,
But then the jump to the GameCube,
Huge.
huge
Double Dash.
double dash.
That's an astonishing game.
You could swap drivers.
I played that
mid-race.
probably 300-400 hours.
Yep. That was the party game when I had friends over and we were drinking at too young an age. Mm-hmm. That's the game. It was that or Melee.
Yeah, and dude, the GameCube, that just best ever.
The GameCube rocked, and they had the unfortunate, stigma on them, like the stink of being Nintendo and Nintendo's for babies. Meanwhile, I was like, give me more baby shit. I love this shit. What are you talking about?
And then eventually people realized, like, oh, actually, this is the best.
Much like they were mistaken with Wind Waker.
Well, yeah, Nintendo tried to overcompensate by being an adult boy. Like, hey, we're adults by getting exclusive rights to Resident Evil 4, for that short time, and even the
Capcom 5.
the remakes and stuff. But
That's,
yeah, for me, the Super Nintendo was my first foray into it, and I didn't understand it because I had, like I said, grown up with Mario as a platformer, and then now it's they're all here in race car form, and I'm like, the Super FX chip at the time was really revolutionary, so it was cool when you were making these turns. It didn't, I was used to games like Road Rash, and stuff where it's like, you know, you don't have this kind of 3D effect when you're turning and like going on the track.
Yeah, the
like,
road literally like curves.
Yeah. And it was almost disorienting like for a little bit because our eyes were not used to that at the time. But
And then F-Zero's like, well, here's fucking cocaine version of that.
yeah, and
Love
that
game.
Mario Kart Wii I thought was fine. Forgettable.
fine.
I didn't like it.
I don't remember it that well, and I played it, which is a bad sign.
There are some people who swear by it, and it's mostly kids 5 years younger than me.
Well, yeah, that was the generation that everybody had a Wii, and Mario Kart was probably their first Mario Kart, I would say.
Probably, yeah. I mean, the Wii was everywhere.
Yep.
I didn't own Mario Kart Wii though. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
Mario Kart DS was big for me.
Okay.
Mario Kart DS is a very, very good game. And then there was Mario Kart 7 on the 3DS, which was also a very, very excellent video game.
One of the better uses of the 3D slider. Most of the time when I played my 3DS, I didn't use the 3D, but that actually worked really well.
Yeah, I actually got a 3DS. I got the new Nintendo 3DS, where it tracks your eye movement, and that was so much better. And I had the 3D on all the time.
That's
It's
crazy.
Like, you never take it off.
God, that was game changing too. Like, because like playing the 3DS, you were like locked in the position because it's like, okay, all right, you know, if I move just slightly over to the left or slightly over to the right.
Mario Kart 8. We had that as our Mario Kart game for 10 years.
10 years, yeah. It's 10 years.
Wii U. I had it on the Wii U.
Same.
Yeah.
I think I did get it for the Switch. I did get it for the Switch as well.
That was a day one, yeah.
So prototyping for Mario Kart World began for the original Nintendo Switch in March 2017, just before the release of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Isn't that amazing? They started working on it like, we're not going to talk about it for 6 years though until we want to.
In the entire span of that I've been doing this podcast, I've been saying this is in development. I've always said like when we used to do like more prediction style stuff for the year, I would be like Mario Kart 9, it's got to come out. Like just think about it. And then they released all this DLC and I'm like, oh, they're just making this like more of a service game.
And Mario Kart 8 for the Switch became a major stopgap, which
Oh my God,
all the Wii U games, they realized like these games are fucking gold. No one's playing them.
Yeah.
Switch them. Just make them a Switch game. And at least with Mario Kart 8, there was just so much DLC. What would happen though is these booster passes would come out. I'd play through them like a couple hours, and set it back down.
Yeah.
It wasn't exciting.
No.
They tried to bring a lot of that Mario Kart Tour element to it, where it was like just obviously one single track, and then you'd finish it, which fine. I don't think even Mario Kart Tour is even available to play, is it?
No, it's not anymore.
Yeah.
They kind of gave up on the mobile phone thing.
Yeah. So
It's interesting how they were even toying around in the DLC with like Link as a character, and here's Hyrule and collect
That
rupees.
fucking rules.
That
I
rule,
miss
dude.
having Link.
yeah,
I do-
picking up rupees instead of coins. Come on.
I do love Mario Kart World, just like contained Mario-ness though.
Yeah.
This is such a celebration of all of Mario's history.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the open world really does prove that. How detailed that map is, how everything flows together. The little nooks and crannies and little corners you can find yourself getting lost in, and you actually want to seek it out. Half the fun is just riding the terrain, getting to know it.
Well, we were talking about that before you got here, how it's like, it sucks when you go into the open world and there's no mini map or there's no like, hey, here's where to find these things or whatever.
Right.
They really encourage that open exploration. Like, go out there and get lost. Breath of the Wild style.
Find a peach
Yeah,
medallion.
you see that over there, you can maybe drive there.
But I also have 148 piece, which is completed,
Yeah.
and I don't know which ones I haven't completed.
Yeah.
And if nothing else, if something's complete, let me have a toggle where it shows the completed ones. That way I know to avoid
Honestly,
them.
that'd be really good.
But getting back to like the free roam aspect of this, I've seen some people say like free roam is like busted, it's stupid, there's nothing to do.
No, I don't
Like,
think so.
Absolutely not.
it's like you don't know how to have fun then anymore, because just being able to drive around and explore, there's so much detail and little Easter eggs and references built into this entire contiguous world. It's really insane.
Yeah.
What I would argue too, what the free roam does that I think like normal like Mario Kart games generally don't do is they give you these challenges, but the challenges are teaching you more about the mechanics. They're teaching you how to get like tighter with your like grinding and stuff and like going on walls. Stuff I really might not have explored if they didn't give me one challenge, ride the wall, you know? And I think that's brilliant because I hand the controller over to my wife and she doesn't really know how to play these games very well. She doesn't know how to drive in real life. And so when I see her like completing these challenges, she's like, "Oh, I didn't know you could do that. That's so cool." And
she knows like, she can't drive on walls in real life though, right?
She keeps telling me to do it. It might. She's like, "It'd be fun.
Just ride up on that wall, Dylan. Come on."
What are you, a pussy?
And it can't be understated how much the jumping, grinding, and wall riding. This is the kart racer that is also a platformer, which I haven't seen before. It really brought Mario level platforming to the kart racing genre. And a little bit of that, I mean, the courses are, there's tight, and some of them have like ups and downs where they're kind of designed for that.
Yeah.
But the free roam nature of it is there's shortcuts nobody designed. Yeah. And they're going to be game-breaking, fun craziness. If we were to go watch world records on any of these courses right now, we wouldn't comprehend what we're seeing.
No, we wouldn't.
There's teams of people out there right now that are meticulously using, probably spawning items in, probably hacking the game. Sorry, Nintendo, they probably are. And then trying to kind of like use like unlimited mushrooms just to try to find like the shortest distance.
And it's nice too because of the rewind feature. You try a shortcut, doesn't work.
What
rewind.
Button is that again?
Down on the D-pad.
I totally forgot.
I've never touched it.
See, this is I don't know if you guys are having this problem, is that this is such a step up from previous Mario Karts that I'm having to now like rethink what a Mario Kart game is now.
Yeah, I agree.
Like to me, it's just like single track. You got your items. You have to get used to like the speed boost at the beginning. You got to get used to the grinding and or the drifting, and then even some of the newer ones, you had that drafting element. Whereas like even in this game, it like takes to another level. Now you can like jump on a whim. Now you can grind. You can wall. It's so many different things you got to think about now that you kind of forget. I forget you can just like jump. Yeah. Anytime you want.
The Knockout Tour, going from points A to B to C to D.
It's so fun.
I can not stress how cool that is.
Yeah. It's so rad. And the way that it's built the whole world is built in such a way that you can string all of this together and it all makes sense.
Yeah.
You know why you're going from place to place and it seamlessly transitions.
Yeah, even though it's like sometimes like if you go through all the different cups and you'll revisit the same tracks in different cups, but it's still like it's so seamless the way they designed it.
Mm-hmm. It's a marvelous world.
It really is.
Kosuke Yabuki is the series producer. He's been around since like Mario Kart 7. Wanted the new entry to innovate in the series formula with an open world, as he thought the traditional gameplay formula has been perfected with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
I mean, he's not wrong. Right. He's not wrong.
I didn't know how I was going to feel at first because I like kind of neck and neck stuff. I obviously I'm a little race boy. I like to have my races. I like to do traditional racing in like VR.
Same.
You guys are both huge racers.
And playing this, I was worried because when I saw like the trailer for it, I noticed a lot more characters on screen and the roads are so fucking wide.
So open sometimes.
Yeah.
And I wonder, like, is this just going to be like two people racing down a highway? Is there going to be any challenge to this? How's it going to work? How's it going to move? I mean, I was wrong.
Yeah, there's a track for you. What, the Mario Kart track, like from the
Mario Circuit?
Yeah, the Mario Circuit. Oh my God, those turns are so tight.
Yep,
I love that. And knockout mode. When I get to that area, I'm like, yes, here we go.
Are the ghost tracks?
Yep. Yeah, the ghost tracks.
The ghost tracks have those tight turns as well.
Mm-hmm. Dude, Donkey Kong. I don't know if we're talking about tracks.
We can talk about whatever we want.
Okay, all right. Donkey Kong track, I think, still is like my favorite one.
That
where
thing
like
fucking rocks.
Yeah, where he's just like launching barrels down the track, and you're just like weaving through. Oh, dude, I was getting goosebumps. I was like, this is so cool.
I did get chills on that track. I was like, Jordan, what the fuck is this? She's like, this is weird. I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about it right away.
There's so many good vibes. Yeah. The first time I was way up on like that Star Peak or whatever it is, and you're just way up above the world, and you're riding down this like icy road where it just drops off either spot. And you can look down and you're seeing Peach Stadium, you're seeing this, and I'm like, this is such a vibe right now.
Yeah, it really is.
It's very fucking Here's the thing too. It looks like Hyrule.
It's as big as like Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
But
you're just driving faster. But it's actually the shape of Hyrule. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I think someone mentioned that to me, where it's like it's pretty much like Hyrule, with the exception of like obviously I think the volcano mountain area is not in the same place.
No.
So I think that's the only exception.
I wonder if that's on purpose.
Most of the new playable characters also exist as obstacles in the game tracks, according to art director Masaaki Ishikawa. One of the designers made a sketch of a cow from the Moo Moo Meadows track driving a truck, and everyone's like, holy shit.
It's fucking
That was probably the best decision they made.
Well, when the trailer drops and someone sees the cow, everyone just like dropped what they were holding.
Mm-hmm.
Memeable.
Someone dropped their coffee cup in slow motion, just like...
And then it grinded on those electrical wires. It was like, sold, take my money.
And then it ate a burger, and everyone's like,
The amount of characters. The amount of characters is fucking insane. My one complaint would be that there should be a drop-down, choose your costume for the characters, rather than having it on separate pages.
It's bad.
Oh, man. And like, they're not lumped together sometimes.
I don't need a page of 8 Marios.
Yeah.
No, these are all the racer form, like the pro racer forms. Here's all like the, like the pirate forms. Here's all the all-terrain forms.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the only part where I was kind of just like, come on, really?
In 2020, development moved to the Switch 2 after problems arose in trying to optimize the open-world racing game with 24 players on the Switch 1 hardware.
Yeah.
The Booster Course Pass DLC was conceived around this time. Soundtrack. This was composed by Nintendo's music team, led by Atsuko Asahi, who's also done Animal Crossing New Leaf, Pikmin 3, Mario Kart 8, ARMS, and Mario Maker, joined by Maasa Miyoshi, Takuhiro Honda, and Yutaro Takakua. First time in the series, Nintendo collaborated with external composers to arrange portions of the score, including members of the jazz fusion band Dissolve. In addition, Satoshi Bando and Masato Honda from T-Square contributed drums and wind instrument overdubs, respectively. This soundtrack is one of the best soundtracks of all time.
Nice job with all the names, honestly.
Thank you.
Like, you flowed with that.
Yeah.
You probably practiced.
I was watching Video Game Donkey's video about this game.
Yeah.
And there's this beautiful sequence where he talks about the soundtrack, and it just shows the classic Mario Brothers 1, 2, 3. It shows footage of that with the soundtrack from this game, like the homages to all of them through all of Mario's history.
Oh, that's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
And there is over 200 original arrangements, and it is just like every Mario game ever just being celebrated. It's insane.
They also transition into each other.
Yeah.
The intermissions that they designed for when you cross over, seamless.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. It's like, it's like you don't even have to flip the record, man. It just keeps going.
Yeah, it just keeps going. Is this on the I mean, this is going to make me want to download the Nintendo Music app.
I don't think it's on the app yet.
It's not on the app yet?
The app sucks. It has so much potential, and they just don't. They have like 30 games on there at a time.
Oh. What, it rotates?
Yeah.
The music selection rotates?
I believe so.
What?
That's really stupid.
God.
Yeah, according to Asahi, course themes were designed with dedicated intros and outros to create smooth transitions in Knockout Tour mode. Music was structured to build anticipation as players approach each course, transitioning seamlessly and creating a medley-like experience. For open-ended modes such as free roam, the team implemented a system internally referred to as the jukebox, which automatically selects and plays from a large library of rearranged tracks. I want music mode. I want to choose songs.
Yeah, and I want at the very least, like maybe at the bottom screen to like pop up like, hey, this is the title of this song, or even like where it's sometimes for me, like for us, I can speak for you guys too, probably, that we have such a storied history of playing Mario games that it's like, man, I recognize this song. I just kind of, it's on the tip of my tongue, like what game it's from.
Honestly, that would be awesome.
Like a little, you could hit right on the D-pad and it pops it up on the bottom right corner, and then also a skip track button. Could you imagine?
Dude.
Or you could choose which songs. Like, I just want to listen to the Mario Sunshine songs.
Yeah.
That's gotta be a future update. Nintendo.
I want to listen.
I know you're listening.
I want to listen to Plaza Delfino.
Yeah, Nintendo. I know you're listening to this, but I just want that like Persian theme from Super Mario Land on loop.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
So many good songs.
Yeah.
50 playable characters.
50 playable fucking
I almost think that's too much right from the start because they got to introduce more.
Is that costumes as well?
Nope. 24 of which have alternate unlockable costumes accessed by eating snacks during races. 103 total outfits in the game.
The shish kebab snack is by far my favorite.
There's one.
Doesn't that turn you into pirate?
I think it does.
There's one that has like muffins that look like Goombas, and I'm like, I want that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. You gotta go to Yoshi's fast food joint. They have food trucks.
Yeah.
There's different Yoshis, like here's a burger, here's fries, here is donuts.
I do like that you get your own little racing emblem that you get to choose, the stickers. I think that's cool.
Not nearly enough. You can't change the colors of the carts.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the pipe frame one, it does change based on the character you're playing.
Well, and there's bigger versions. Like if you drive the little dumpy, which is a little dump truck.
Little dumpy.
It grows with the characters.
Of course.
Yeah, little dumpy.
Little dumpy with Goomba is actually a revelation, and you should fucking try it.
How can Goombas drive? They would have
He
arms.
uses
It's like
his
cheap,
feet.
cheap. Yeah, does it?
And he uses his feet in his mouth,
Yeah,
maybe.
I could. Okay, all right.
He's got feet.
You have.
I don't see what the big issue is.
No, I don't know. It's just like, it's like we talked about with the realistic racing thing. It's like, how can a fish drive a car? I don't understand.
But it's cool because even the alternate costumes, some of them have, like little flourishes. Like if you play a Shy Guy snowboarder, when he does a stunt, he like turns around and like does a grab on a snowboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
And
That's
like Vampire, he turns around and like vampire bats like explode around him for a second.
Yeah.
Little flourishes. There's so much detail
I know.
Yeah.
into every little aspect of the game. 32 characters are default. You're going to unlock a number of them just by completing cups.
Which I did quite quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's this horrible mechanic to unlock the NPC characters, they're called, which are essentially, cataquacks and Goombas and charging chucks. Some of them you get right away, but a lot of them you only get through this comic item.
Yeah.
Which he must have been pissed off he got removed from character status, so he's just unleashing hell on people. You need somebody else to get this very rare item and then use it on a certain area of the course. Mm-hmm. And then you'll turn briefly into that character. If you turn into the cataquack, then you are able to access the cataquack from then on.
It's very annoying because there is the dry bones fish version that I really want.
Fishbone.
Fishbone,
I
yeah.
want Fishbone. Fishbone might be my favorite character, and I can't play as him.
You get him in Dry Bones Burnout.
Dry Bones Burnout. Okay.
Yep, in that course. That's where you unlock him.
Oh.
In the because that's where you need to get the item. So
Is there an actual guide for this game?
not a strategy guide, but
I feel like there should be.
yesterday was my day where I'm like, I'm going to unlock every character. And the last ones were Fishbone, Peepa, which you get at Boo Cinema, and then the goddamn dolphin. The fucking dolphin. I
think I have a dolphin.
raced over 50 races in versus mode on Koopa Troopa Beach. And it took that long for Dolphin to show up. I only got like 3 comics over 50 races. But what it was really cool about it is I would get bored. So I'd go Koopa Troopa to DK Spaceport because not only do they have you can just do Koopa Troopa Beach. You'll do 5 laps around this little course. But you can also do what's called a route. And you have, the number of courses. And then you have 202 different routes available in versus mode. And I showed you guys one of them today, DK Spaceport to Peach Stadium, which goes over the ocean, which is a spot you get the dolphins. So I'm like, I was throwing in as much ocean stuff as possible.
Right.
But those routes have their own unique things as well. Like that specific route has the boat and the helicopter. And they all have unique flourishes, like that giant whale that splashes in there. That's only cool. On some routes.
Fuck.
And that's insane, the number of different things. Now, I really wish they would let you do a custom knockout tour where you could choose.
Oh, man.
That would be cool.
If you could do like the entire map.
I would love it.
Dude.
I would do the entire map all day.
Yeah.
They did that with a lot of Forza Horizon did that really well, where you can actually customize like your routes.
I just wish I liked anything about the design layout of the Forza Horizon games. I find it too cluttered and weird.
It peaked after 3. Three was the peak, and then the rest of them after that were just whatever.
4 had its good moments.
Yeah, sure.
There is No more underwater driving and anti-grav like Mario Kart 8. Gliding and jet skis akin to Diddy Kong Racing are featured instead. If you, next time you play, you'll notice every time you are on the water, your wheels turn into little floods.
Yep.
From Mario Sunshine.
Fucking rocks. It's fucking so good.
Something good for those Mario Sunshine boys.
What I would give for Mario Sunshine 2.
And the mechanics change a little bit. On the water, you are literally floatier.
Yeah.
Your drifts don't mean as much. And then you
don't.
And then there are randomized elements like waves. And you can use those randomized elements to your advantage.
Yeah,
the timing is tough.
Yeah, the timing is tough because the wave has to have that little like white like foam at the top.
Yep.
To initiate that jump. Yeah.
And big characters have an advantage in that because they bounce more, they have heavier weight, so they're going to get more opportunities to get the boosts.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Overall, big characters are going to be the way to go.
Which has pretty much been the opposite for most of the series up to this point.
No, big characters were...
I know they were bruisers
in Mario Kart 8.
Yeah, they were bruisers, but I think speed wise, like, you know, you're going with Koopa Troopa or you're going with like the other Bowser, the small Bowser characters.
With
at least that's how I've always played it.
There are different advantages. Well, fucking hidden stats. We can talk about that in a bit. Races in races where the player travels along a route, including Knockout Tour racers, automatically are moving forward at the beginning. Mm-hmm. The same boosting happens as well. Lakitu has been reverted to his pre-Mario Kart 8 behavior, where instead of immediately picking up a racer who falls off a course, screen will fade to black before fading back into him dropping the racer. And unlike Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, the mini turbo boost charge thresholds when drifting are once again identical across all characters and vehicle combinations like they were in Mario Kart Wii, 7, and the Wii U version of 8.
I kind of miss not being able to control my boosts.
I miss Mario Kart Double Dashes where it's left, right, right. This one, it's not. No. And
you just have to wait.
I think it does maybe speed it up if you do enough left, rights, because if you just kind of hold one direction, it builds slower.
Yeah.
But it's not consistent, and there's a lot of under the hood stuff that they don't tell you about, which is it's very Nintendo. Charge jump is a new mechanic where you hold down hop without turning. This does slow you down, but you will gain a speed boost, and also you can then jump up onto a wall, onto a rail, and then you are off to the fucking shortcut races.
It's risky. I don't do it a lot. I've found it useful in Knockout Tour.
I like it in the open world areas because you're just kind of
you want to see what you can do.
Yeah, because when the races happen, and I think I've said this before about how now I'm like rethinking how I'm playing Mario Kart is I'm looking up now. I'm usually just focused on the track. Now it's like, oh, look, there's like power lines. Oh, look, there's like a high grind rail up there. Like I can actually get to that.
What are those coins doing up there?
Yeah, exactly. There's like a power box up there. If I time the jump right, I can actually get some coins out of it.
It's so cool.
Yeah, it really is. It's just making my brain hurt.
Grinding rails. That's the exact same.
Sick.
That's the exact same speed for all weight classes and carts. So if you're a smaller character, you want to be grinding as often as possible to get an advantage.
How do you turn onto one side? Like how do you do that?
Have you seen Fast and the Furious 7?
Clearly not.
I don't know if they do it in that
Okay,
one, but
Stoy, I hate to tell you, and I don't want to disappoint you.
Okay.
These are fucking cartoon characters.
Okay, all right. I'm just wondering, like, it's like that doesn't make sense.
These are cartoon characters.
I learned that just now. All right, fair. I'll give Mario Kart a pass.
So, items, we get a lot of the classics: banana, mushroom, golden mushroom, mega mushroom, green shells, red shells, blue shells. The coin you're going to get tons of in first place. There are some good things about it. You can get up to
speed.
You want up to 20 coins to get max speed, but if you are holding a coin and you pick up another single item box, you won't get another coin.
Yep.
And if you're in first place, you want to hold on to your banana or your horn or whatever it is. If you have a coin in the first one and a ghost steals an item, they'll take that one.
True enough.
So that's a way to safeguard another item.
Yeah.
Can
we still say the lightning bolt is still bullshit?
It's different.
It's gotten worse.
Well, it's different in this one, too.
Yeah.
Because before, the lightning bolt would hit every character regardless. Now it only hits the ones in front of you.
Yeah.
Which is always me anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Lightning bolt is...
I don't know. It's like every passing iteration of Mario Kart, they just make it worse and worse and worse. Now, like, the whole screen, like, flashes black, and it's just like, oh, God. And of course, you lose all your items as a result of it. I'd rather almost get blue shelled.
And there's no way to know it's coming to you, which really sucks.
Which, like, that's what's the shocking part of it. The whole screen flashes. It's like, oh, God.
Golden shell, which travels along the track kind of in the middle of the track and drops a bunch of coins.
I love golden shell.
I never get a chance to use it because I'm always in first place.
Yeah.
But if one is on the course and it's coming at you, I definitely get out of the way and then curve right back in.
Yeah. At least you can see, like, where it's coming, like, trajectory-wise. And you can at least like avoid it, and then you just follow the trail.
I do a lot more looking behind me because it's literally
right
the X
there.
button, and you can just go dude, and then you look behind
That's
yourself.
Thing I gotta get used to. I'm not used to that in Mario Kart.
I've recently started doing it too, especially when I have like fire flowers or like certain shells. I'll see where they are behind me, and then you just like adjust a little bit.
Yeah.
You can also aim to the side. Now you can take your green shell if you move your camera and look to the right of you, which you're getting into tough territory.
That's hard to accomplish.
If I look to the right and Stoy, you're right there, and I hit shoot, it shoots wherever I'm looking.
No way.
So you can shoot it sideways.
Yeah.
That's fucking nuts. I didn't know that.
I noticed that yesterday with banana peels, where it was like if I'm on a wide track and I see someone pass me on the left, it's like you got to kind of angle it right and then just launch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done it. Yeah.
There's also nothing like when you hit like a big ramp and then you throw your banana peel. That thing fucking flies.
Oh wow, I've never done that.
Yeah.
I usually throw the banana peel right at the end of the ramp.
I always am
dick.
trying to. I'm telling the fuckers in the back to eat my fucking dust.
Yeah.
I'm very strategic with bananas, and it's usually behind me. So
we got fire flowers, ice flowers, the boomerang flower, which it's not a flower, it's a boomerang. But
it is a flower.
It throws a boomerang in the direction the player's facing. It can go through multiple races at
once. What's a hibiscus, guys?
The boomerang does have an advantage, too. The very last time you throw it, it will go forever forward.
Yeah.
So
that's
just
cool.
make sure to use it like that. Bullet Bill, you know that one. Bob-omb, you know that one.
Yep.
The hammer, where you
like
get to
the
throw
hammer.
like fucking 30 hammers in front of you or behind you.
AoE directly in front of you.
Yeah.
You can hit a bunch of people.
It's like a shotgun.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Super horn can stop blue shells, can stop anything.
Love my super horn.
The question block, hit this box multiple times for 10 coins. The boo will steal an item from a randomly selected racer in front of you
That
while
is
granting.
also bullshit.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Well, and it grants.
You're trying to save like a particular item, then all of a sudden that boo comes in and just steals it. Like, you bitch.
You get gangbanged pretty hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been fucked.
Yeah.
The boo makes you invisible too, so you can drive through obstacles.
That's cool. I've always liked that.
Yep.
Which that's actually not invisible. That'd be invulnerable or ethereal. I don't know. Makes you a ghost.
Intangible.
All I'm just saying is, how is that in real life? How is that possible to become invisible?
I'm
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
honest.
You're gonna have to die first.
I
I'm gonna be
guess,
honest,
yeah.
Stoy.
Yeah.
I think this is cartoons.
I think so. I don't think this is real life.
Yeah, this is not Forza.
Okay, clearly not.
I've got a note to self. Interventions for Stoy.
Stoy has
and
issues
Bradley.
with realities.
Yeah.
Bloopers. The feather, important item this time because it will be helping you access shortcuts, access wall rides a lot easier.
How many people have used this item on accident?
Me.
I have.
You know what's
Like
great?
all the time. It's like, oh, what did I do?
If you take a turn too sharp on the inside, you can use a feather to bounce back up, which is kind of cool.
Ooh, okay, that's kind of neat. I remember that one.
The star, the lightning, the comic, and the dash food. The dash food's nice because it's a way to get essentially a mushroom up in front.
Yeah.
When you're unlocking costumes for characters, the foods are in certain regions.
Yep.
So most of your pro racer ones, you're going to want to go to the Mario Kart circuit and get a burger or a donut. Like
Obviously, the ghost stuff is at the Boo Cinema.
yes, the popcorn.
Yes.
You're going to get the shish kebabs at the Shy Guy Bazaar.
Love that.
If you want to go get Luigi's little vest, so he can have a little breathable.
I like the cheap falls because everyone has such like dope like Asian.
I
like,
love,
outfits.
dude, when that music hits, right when you get to that, oh, God. So good.
So good.
So good.
Yoshi, the Yoshi Asian guy one is so cool.
Lakitu.
Yeah, the fisherman.
Yeah.
Lakitu, yeah, I've seen Lakitu, yeah. I hope everyone out there listening to this right now is starting to write all this down because we need a compendum. Like, we literally do need a strategy guide for Mario Kart World.
Also, or you can just ask me because I've figured out most of it.
Okay.
I have
Everybody hit up the Discord.
I have at least have all the costumes and all the characters and all the carts.
Yeah.
All the stickers will never happen. I'm not going to get Korok seeds, and I'm not. The problem is with free roam. The free roam has collectibles of P switches, which are fun challenges. That's tangible. The question blocks, they give you a sticker.
Yep.
The Peach medallions give you a sticker. And the stickers are fine. Whatever.
But the Peach medallions, all those are meant to help unlock mirror mode, which I know I have to do Knockout Tour to get.
I wish like also when you chose your sticker, if you were like driving around to things you completed, like your sticker was somewhere like slapped on the wall or something. I wish there was something more to it.
Yeah, if you had like your own personal garage, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which sticker are you guys using? Pure curiosity.
I don't even know.
I changed it once at the beginning and I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
I have Luigi from SNES.
Oh, that's pretty good. I have a like a silhouette of Wario and it says "Stop Garlic Waste."
That's fucking dope.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's good.
I'll keep that one probably forever.
Yeah.
The different modes, there's Grand Prix, which has 50cc, 100cc, 150cc, and then mirror mode. Traditional multi-lap format. The last 3 races follow a section format instead, with the first 2 sections of the race taking place across routes that have been transitioning from the previous course to the next, while the final section is 1 lap of the next course. Knockout Tour we talked about, that is A through D, just straight through. Time trials, you can see online ghosts of the current world records.
I don't need to see that.
No, I don't
really
know.
bad.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's cool because you can watch them do it, and then you can also try and do it, and then also rewind with them to see exactly what's happening. Work on it. Versus race, which you can choose engine class teams, 3 teams of 8, 4 teams of 6, or 2 teams of 12.
Good God, no, I'll never do that.
Don't need none of that.
No.
Items, normal or frantic. Computer difficulty, course selection, and race count. Thank you, Dylan, for telling me to turn off smart steering when you came over because I didn't realize it was on by default. And that's really dumb.
Did you see that little light in the back of your car?
I said, "Oh, you're using the antenna."
Yeah.
That's what I call it. I'm like, "Oh, you got the baby mode on?"
There is battle.
Wad.
There's battle mode with balloon battle and coin runners. I'm never gonna touch this probably.
I like doing it. If we had a party at some point, I would love to try it out.
I'm glad at least that this mode is still stuck around all these years. Because
Battle mode's fun.
Yeah, it was with the original Super Nintendo one. Yeah, so it's been around pretty much all these years.
Yeah.
Cool.
Some of them were pretty lackluster. There was a time where it was just pure bad.
Yeah,
I think.
N64's was like the best, arguably.
Yeah,
but I think that was a little bit of, the first time like you could actually play 4-player co-op like Mario Kart, and that made battle mode so much better.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Have you done any online racing yet?
No.
I'm too nervous to feel bad.
Mario Kart 8 like humbled me so much to the point where I was like, I'm never doing this. I'm never doing this again.
Yeah, I played like 3 races. First one I got first place. I'm like, fucking dweebs. Next one I got like 12th. And you don't know who you're getting paired with.
It's also a mixed
it worked.
fucking bag.
It worked though, and it wasn't Nintendo's usual shitty online. It was actually seamless. So I was happy with that.
Jesus Christ, they've spent 8 years making this game.
Yeah, it better be perfect.
So 150 question mark panels in free roam, 200 Peach medallions.
Oof, I've got like 12.
394 P switches.
394, and how much do you have? We have 130.
I have 148.
148. Jeez.
I don't know which ones I don't have and the ones I do have. This guarantees I will never get them all.
You need to do like an Always Sunny in Philadelphia map on
Pepe Sylvia.
Pepe Silva. There's no such thing as Pepe Sylvia. There's no such thing as 350 P switches.
Yeah.
Whenever I see them, because they kind of lead one into the other. If you're kind of following the vibe, you can usually see the next one on the horizon.
Yeah.
Usually, unless it's taking you really far away. But whenever I find one, I'm either like, yes, I'm like, fucking yes, this is a cool one where it's just like, this is the NES track. Mm-hmm. This is I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then some of them I'm just like, Jesus Christ, not another one of these, please, God.
Yeah.
I'm like, I like getting the blue coins
They're
if
fine.
it actually seems like it's going to be kind of a challenge and it might teach me something.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's here's 13 minutes to get 8 coins, and someone's like, here's 20 seconds.
Yeah.
It's
Do a figure 8.
when it's
The
tough.
figure 8
The
one.
figure 8 one was cool. Yeah.
When it's tough, I like them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And some of them are great, like fly down the mountains.
So cool.
That was cool,
Those are
yeah.
I like going up the mountains and avoiding like the either like the charging chucks or the sledding penguin.
I zigzagged through a bunch of
the
a
cow,
zebra
the
stampede.
cow
Yep,
one,
that one.
was crazy too, where it's like you got to like almost drift through like just a sea of cows, and you're trying to like thread the needle.
There's a one where you fly a UFO and you have to abduct a certain number of cows.
Love that shit.
That's great.
And that was when I didn't know about it. And
Nintendo's confirmed aliens are real. Everybody.
I gotta get over to Moo Moo Ranch
because in the free roam, there's one spot. There's like a gate that says "keep out," and you're guaranteed to see the UFO if you go in there, and then you can follow the UFO back to Moo Moo Meadows.
I'm doing that when I get back.
Yeah. You unlock characters. We talked about that. Mirror mode is unlocked by completing all 8 cups, along with all 8 rallies and knockout tour,
and you got to get first place in all of them, right? No.
Top 3.
Okay.
And then you need to get 10 Peach medallions, 10 question panels, and 10 P-Switch missions. I'm
about to unlock it.
After that, you go back to the special cup one more time, and then you unlock mirror mode. It's great. Like, they go through the Peach window in Peach Stadium. And Mario and Luigi go through it, and then Mario looks at Luigi, and he notices his L is backwards.
Oh, shit.
It's really cute.
That's funny.
And then in free roam, you can also just drive up to that and drive through it and go into mirror mode in free roam, which is kind of fun.
Oh, wow.
That's cool.
Okay.
Wow, geez. You got like 2 whole games in this.
Lots of stuff.
Wow.
Karts, bikes, and ATVs all return in Mario Kart World, the latter 2 following their absence in Mario Kart Tour. Who gives a shit?
Yep.
However, kart customization, as seen in Mario Kart 7 and 8, does not return.
Missed that.
You don't. No unique wheel designs.
Nope.
You know what this does,
wind
though?
sail designs.
Is it makes me not want to use 2/3 of the carts because I can't customize them to be competitive. Some of them are going to be shit. And if I can't change them...
It depends on what character you're using with them. You could argue that, but...
Is there... I haven't done a deep dive into it yet because obviously with the previous one, you pick the smallest character, that's going to up your acceleration like tenfold compared to everybody else.
So you choose the heaviest cart with the smallest character to try and bring up the top speed.
Yeah. Is that like that here? It's still like the character that you pick can up your acceleration and speed?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you had Little Dumpy and you put Goomba in it.
Little Dumpy.
and you put Goomba in it, it kind of puts it exactly in the medium range. But if you put Wario in it, the top speed is going to be a lot higher, and the handling is going to be worse. But the weight is also going to be higher.
But you know what? Wario's got a big dumpy. Everyone knows that about him.
Yeah, a big dumpy can't fit in a little dumpy.
Yep.
I just like calling it the Tonka truck.
Yeah. So there's also secret stats for all the carts and all of the characters. So Wario and Luigi, their stats on the screen exact same. Wario's faster than Waluigi. That's fucking not true at all.
No, God, that's not even realistic.
Bowser is the best overall in every terrain.
Yeah.
So whether you're in the water, if you're on off-road, on-road, in the air.
I've used him a lot.
Wario also very good in every terrain, but he has one more acceleration point than Bowser, so many people use Wario. If you go to Ghost Mode, you can see what is the best cart and character for each one. And then there's secret stats for the vehicles. And also Pianta, he's better in water. Dolphin's better in water, but...
That makes sense.
And then the cars, like if you take the Stellar Sled, that's going to be faster in water because like a jet ski. If you take the Little Dumpy, it's the best on rough terrain.
So you're a little faster.
So you also, if you're having trouble on a certain course, if it's a lot of water, take Pianta and the Stellar Sled and you might do better. It's weird stuff like that. There are 40 vehicles in the game, 23 carts, 11 bikes, 6 ATVs. Counting courses with multiple variants together, Mario Kart World has 30 courses, 16 of which are new, while 14 returned from previous entries, including one course that debuted in both Mario Kart Tour and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass, 2 courses each from Super Mario Kart, one of which is a combined version of multiple courses from the game, Mario Kart 64, Double Dash, Wii 7, and 3 courses from Mario Kart DS. There are no courses from Mario Kart Super Circuit or Mario Kart 8, marking a series first for the former game, which is kind of cool. In addition to the 30 courses, there are 202 routes connecting them all.
Christ. It's like a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
Man.
If you got obsessed with playing this with friends, you could play... Just playing through all 202 routes, you'd be set for months.
Yeah.
Now, you can't free roam in the same with co-op.
You can.
You can?
But every P-switch, all of that stuff is removed. It's just roaming.
It's just roaming. Okay.
You're staying.
Yeah.
So
which
like,
is fine.
yeah.
It's
So
fine,
like,
I
obviously,
guess.
2 of us can like roam in the same world, just kind of shooting the shit, whatever. But we can't do any challenges.
No.
Okay. All right.
So
I mean, that's fair.
you can't even collect
I
like
can't even imagine.
medallions. Is that right? No question.
I can't
I'm not
imagine
sure,
the logistics
because
behind all of that.
Online before race, you kind of have like a hangout free roam, and I was able to collect medallions there, but it wasn't in classic free roam.
Okay.
Weird.
It's not local either, so maybe I don't know.
Yep, and while not playable as traditional race courses, 7 courses from Super Mario Kart can be seen or visited in free roam or during routes, including Ghost Valley 1, 2, 3, at the entrance to Boo Cinema, Koopa Beach 1 next to Koopa Beach 2, Choco Island 1 and Choco Island 2, and you can P-switch missions. You'll actually do those races. And that brings us to just kind of like fun Easter eggs and secrets. We mentioned the large vehicles. At the Boo Cinema, they're playing 3 different films.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yoshi movie.
One of the films is
you
called...
actually pull over and watch the movie? Like
I wish. An entire film.
Yeah, right. Just like High on Life. Did you guys ever play that one?
No.
No.
That was around when that Rick and Morty guy got canceled. And
Yeah.
I played the demo and it was like too much.
It's a little bit.
Yeah.
If you could turn the slider down to like less talky, I would liked it a lot more.
It's a fine game.
It's a good game on its own, and like the gun mechanics are fine. But I know there was like a movie you could watch in its entirety.
Yeah.
Denise Richards' movie where her boyfriend turns into a raptor or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot the name of it.
Tammy and the T-Rex.
Tammy and the T-Rex.
In the Boo Cinema, they are playing The Adventures of Toad, which is a Toad and Toadette are wearing Savannah outfits. It looks like they're on an expedition.
Fun.
There's Peach, Deep Forest Explorer, and then Lakitu the Fisherman, which I imagine is an indie film.
Are these upcoming
something.
games? Are these upcoming games in Nintendo's library we're going to see soon?
If they made a fishing simulator starring Lakitu, we would buy it, play it, and love it.
Dude, if we see a Tomb Raider style game with Peach as the main protagonist, sign me up.
I mean, she already got Showtime.
No, I need Tomb Raider.
Oh, okay.
Showtime's fine, but
There's a lot of
what if it was Daisy?
if it was Daisy, oh god, I'd be calling into work like the whole month.
We found out some weird stuff about Stoy.
It'd be a
I'm just a Daisy fan now, I guess. I don't know.
gooning so
Yeah,
hard.
exactly. That swimsuit, whoo.
She's got it where it counts.
Yeah,
trust me.
exactly.
I'm more of a Peach guy.
Those
I
creamy
always will be.
thighs.
Some different.
Jesus Christ.
You can cut that out if you want.
No,
if
no,
you
no.
want.
Keep that in.
Okay.
That belongs in here.
Just a second.
Oh,
I'm
he's
gonna
gonna-
make a note here to play it again.
To highlight it.
Peach guy,
Those
I
creamy
always will be.
thighs.
So lots of different advertisements. There's like 150 businesses advertised. I just wrote down some fun ones.
Yes.
Birdo runs a jewelry store called Birdo Jewelry.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah.
There is Garlic Power Pure Engine Oil.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
The logo is a head of garlic with Wario's mustache.
I have that sticker too. It's good.
Shy Guy Ceramics is a ceramics company, which good for them.
Yeah.
I think their masks are ceramic.
Yeah.
Waluigi runs a vintage clothing store.
That sounds about right.
Very hipster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here is an old flannel, $70. Yoshi's is a fast food chain. Some other secrets. Totaka's song. A Nintendo sound designer, Kazumi Totaka, has worked on many well-loved Nintendo titles and often hides his own musical Easter egg somewhere in the game.
Cool.
If you hover over Yoshi in the character select menu and you wait a few seconds, the green dinosaur begins humming the song. It's very cute hearing Yoshi hum.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
man.
I got to do that.
Yeah.
He voiced Yoshi in various titles since 1997, so he's kind of like the Yoshi guy too.
Okay.
I always thought it was voiced by a woman.
I would have no concept.
That's a high pitch range.
Yeah, it is very, yeah.
We talked about Flood appearing on the water. I think one of the coolest thing this game does is world building as well.
Yeah. The world does feel lived in relative to like what you're seeing, because most of it's cars, but then you have like Toad's backpacking and Yoshi's like on like little hikes and shit. It's kind of wild.
Dude, dinosaurs coexist in this world. Literal
Yeah.
dinosaurs.
That's cool.
Well,
Yeah.
and there's nothing like the first time you're going through a knockout tour or a cup, and you're like, wait a second, this is the beach from fucking Sunshine.
Yeah.
Or all of a sudden, you're the Dino Jungle from Double Dash. When I realized I was there, felt very good. But as far as like the world building stuff, we haven't seen Sarasa Land since the Game Boy.
Since the Game
Super
Boy. Yeah.
Mario Land.
And to recognize what are those Batodons or whatever, like those giant faces, and to like just see all of this design from this history seamlessly incorporated and like touched on and remixed.
It's a little from Softy, if you think about it.
It's
They're
so
fans of their own
interconnected.
lore. Yeah.
I loved it. I could drive through. I could choose a random thing. You could just drive around like Wario's shipyard.
Yeah.
I'll just drive around there for a good 30 minutes with no goal, And I will be so happy seeing all of the little design twists, all of the choices that were made.
I have not felt this way, like, truly about just a game about pure fun. There's nothing about this game that I just absolutely hate.
Yeah.
And games like this, sometimes I can get really annoyed by them. I'm like, all right. Like Super Smash Brothers, like, you can't get me to play that for more than 30 minutes at a time. I just don't care. Mm-hmm. There's, like, nothing for me there. But with this, it inspires such a immediate dopamine amount of joy. And I'm vibing. And it puts me in a fucking good mood. Not a lot of video games can just put me in a mood.
You use the right word, vibing. I mean, that's it. The whole game is a vibe. Like, especially if you've been a long time Mario, franchise fan, and you actually spend time to look at the universe and look at what's around you. And like, I giggled when I started seeing Goombas in the big brown shoes, like jumping around the track, and that immediately brought me back to, like, I think they first got introduced in Mario Brothers 3.
Yeah,
and I was like,
shoe.
Seeing the charging chucks that, like, just punt footballs at you.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Love it. I love all those little things. This game came out January 16th of this year, 2025. They announced that Nintendo...
June.
June 6th. Oh, wait, no. On January 16th, Nintendo announced the Switch 2.
Yeah. I was like, what?
With
I
footage...
this sooner?
Thank you. With footage of Mario Kart World, critics likened the art style to Mario Brothers Wonder and Mario Brothers Movie, both released in 2023. Mm-hmm. Nintendo announced it would sell for $79.99, $20 more than the standard price of games on the original Nintendo Switch, and more than most standard edition AAA games, which led to some controversy. I think.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
It's valid in that this is what other games will use this as an excuse, and now every new Call of Duty is going to be 80 for standard.
Like I keep saying, eventually it's going to thin the herd.
Yeah.
Let it happen.
The market's going to fix itself, basically.
It's like when the new Borderlands comes out and the creator's like,
you're going to find a way to play it.
If you're a real fan, you'll get the money.
I'll wait 3 months and it'll be $20.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but not Mario Kart World. This will be
$80 for the rest of time.
Well, I mean, every Nintendo game is that way. I mean, the fact that even just buying the Switch 2 copy of Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom is $70, $80. Like, come on, guys.
All right. So it in my mind, this is going to sell forever.
Yeah.
This is a game, to me, worth $80. I don't think this was half-assed. I don't think they obviously put out a wonderful product. And if you go back in time, video games did used to cost this much money before inflation wrecked everything.
Yeah. I look at any Toys R Us ad from the 90s.
Donkey Kong Country 3 was like $70 or $80 when it came out. Yeah. And with inflation, that's insane.
That's insane, yeah.
Chrono Trigger was like $90.
Worth it.
Yes.
Yeah. And this game is easily, already, with the amount of time and joy I've gotten out of it, worth $80.
100%. 100%.
And Donkey Kong Bonanza is only $70. So
it's fine.
There's not a hard line. And I love that, wasn't Expedition 33 like $40?
50.
50.
Yeah.
Regardless, Game Pass.
Yeah.
But
I paid for it.
I'm going to buy.
But the physical copy for it now is like $100.
I'm going to be buying some SKA stuff.
Yeah.
For sure.
What was that, Judge Tempest? Like his wife bought him that shirt that is like, sometimes dude, I want that shirt so bad. I screenshot when I first, never mind. This is Mario Kart. Kart.
I've been developing my SKA impression.
I've been working on the timeline and the lore for Expedition 33, and my heart has broken so much more learning things that I didn't know.
Yeah. There's a lot of shit that kind of hide away.
Yeah.
It is the first Mario Kart game to release as a launch title for a Nintendo hardware product.
Yeah.
Interesting to note. And this is a Switch 2 seller.
Wasn't Mario Kart 8 Deluxe a launch title for the Switch?
If it was, it wasn't a...
Obviously, they don't count that as like a new release.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it was in the launch window.
I remember getting the Switch a month after it came out.
It's kind of like how Donkey Kong Bonanza is not a Switch 2 release, but it is like a couple months afterwards.
Yeah, it's in the window.
Honestly, apparently it's been done, but they're a little worried about like shoving all this shit out right away, and because they don't have as much as they
desert.
Thought. There will be a desert.
Yes.
This will be one of my preferred gaming systems because it is what it fucking is. And I feel like a lot of, especially if it's like an indie title, I'm probably going to go to the Switch.
I bought
mostly where I bought my indie titles is the Switch.
I had a choice. Where am I going to buy Iron Meat?
Yeah, Switch.
Definitely the Switch. That's a fucking handheld game.
Yeah.
But the Switch 2, this is, also our first game playing with the Switch 2.
Yeah.
And I love the Joy-Cons. I was thinking about getting the Pro Controller, but I have no issues when I snap those little Joy-Cons onto that little handheld guy, whatever they call it. I love it.
You love it? Okay, I haven't even tried that yet.
It's bigger. It's just having the Joy-Cons be just, like an inch bigger. Mm-hmm. It makes the complete difference because I have giant gorilla hands.
Yeah, you have wider hands,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have wider, chunky, meaty hands, and it's just like when I was doing it on the Switch, I had this issue where, especially because I grip a lot for my job.
Probably because, you were like gripping like this almost.
And then you had to kind of like pull it
for
in
those
like
out
that.
there in listener land.
I'd cramp out. So I don't feel the crampage. I can play with this very comfortably. The triggers feel good.
Don't feel the crampage.
I don't feel the crampage.
The Switch 2 Pro Controller is good. Like my wife was shopping at Target. She sends me a picture. She's like, "Is this what you want?" I'm like, "Yes."
I almost bought one at Target the other day.
The feel of it, it's the same feel that the Switch 2 like material is made out of. That kind of like denim kind of soft feel to it.
But it has a grip to it.
Yeah, it does. It really does. And it feels so good in the hand. It feels like it's smaller than the Switch Pro Controller, but it's like it's the same size because I stacked them on top of each other. It's the same size, but it's lighter for some reason. So it feels much better in the hands.
Makes sense.
It's weird for me to say because I love the Switch Pro Controller. Mm-hmm. It's much better than the Pro Controller.
I like that it's got the little programmable side buttons too.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to aim your green shells, you program accelerate to one of your buttons there. That way your thumb can be playing around with the other thumbstick as well.
Yeah, especially if you want to use your thumb to look around and stuff.
When I had my, I liked the original Pro Controller because a lot of the Legend of Zelda, like Breath of the Wild and stuff, I just used this to run, and then it freed up my hand, and then I could look around, and then it was so much easier to play that fucking video game.
I think all controllers should have that extra button now.
Yeah.
Gamers are evolving. We need them.
Mm-hmm.
Soon we're going to lose our pinkies. We're going to evolve out of them, guys.
Yep.
Famitsu reported that Mario Kart World sold 782,000 physical copies in Japan within the first 4 days.
That's crazy.
According to Circana analyst Matt Piscatella, it was sold with about 79% of the 1.1 million Switch 2 sales in the United States, or approximately 869,000 physical copies.
That was the problem, I think, with the pre-orders is like they didn't make enough Mario Kart bundles.
Yeah.
So that's why they were slapping the sticker on regular Nintendo Switch 2 bundles, which was pissing collectors off because they wanted the actual original box. They didn't want stickers on it.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Poor collectors.
Now,
collectors.
I don't understand.
I don't even look to see if I have the sticker or not.
I don't understand that 21% of the population who wouldn't own this game.
Yeah, really.
I don't quite get it.
Who buys the Switch 2 and it's like, I'm not really interested in Mario Kart.
What are you interested in then? What are you in this for Cyberpunk?
Yeah,
What's the deal?
Yeah. I mean, a friend of mine did buy the Switch 2, and he bought Cyberpunk 2.
I own it as well.
So how you played it, right?
It's fucking dope.
Okay, it is. Okay, cool. Because that was the first time he played it.
So the big thing with Cyberpunk is the mouse function. Fucking good.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
It's a little. You do feel a little crampy, and if you're not on the right surface, you can even do it on your leg, and it's.
But it has to be flat, right? Like you can't
it doesn't.
I wonder if you should get throw a mouse pad down.
Well, I don't like that. I prefer using actually the gyro motions in handheld.
Yeah.
I've been playing it in handheld, and if you can adjust the gyro to with exact specifications, precision shots, easiest thing in the world. I'm actually better with the gyro than I've ever been with a regular.
I could never
controller.
get gyro controls, but that would be interesting to.
It's only for so you can aim with the stick, but then you can do a little more precision. So if you need that extra little movement, you can get it locked down. It's very easy to get into. I would suggest it.
I wonder if Switch 2 is going to be the next big place for first-person shooters. Because we're seeing a resurgence of first-person shooters now.
So the next big place for FromSoft.
Yeah.
Dustbloods. Can't wait.
That's going to blow Elden Ring out of the water.
Oh, God.
Going to have a Dustblood Dogs podcast coming up soon.
I don't know what to think about that game.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
I know, like, I was talking with Phil on the Discord, and they mentioned they've been revisiting the old games too, just to see how far it's come. And old SNES versus what we have today, they're talking about the free roam, spending time with their girlfriend, looking for all the hidden stuff.
Yeah.
It's such a great game. There's going to be so much more discovered. So many more little Easter eggs and things found.
I think that this is going to have a few rounds of DLC.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking inside my head that they're gonna unveil at least one more world, and I think it's gonna be Hyrule themed.
No.
I don't know. That's where my head may be.
I think that the Link DLC was the exception.
Okay.
Because Shigeru has talked about before, he's like, no, Mario Kart is from Mario.
Okay.
I would be happy to be wrong. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's going to happen, though. If anything, I
just thought it was like primed for it. It's like, what if they just took Mario Kart World and made it Hyrule? You know?
Well, I think that it's going to be a thing where the map expands a little.
Yeah.
And maybe there's like a new way to get to a certain thing.
A new island.
Maybe
a
it's
new island, yeah.
Or maybe it's like underground.
Delfino Island.
Why the fuck?
Oh, I like the underground. Like, you go down a pipe and all of a sudden
cool.
there's like the underground spot.
And you chase down a nabbit or something.
And we'll get new costumes, definitely for Donkey Kong and Pauline, because Donkey Kong getting one costume seems woefully inadequate.
Yeah.
I need Pirate Donkey Kong, and I need it now.
I imagine after Bonanza comes out,
I want a
we're gonna
dab
start seeing
slider.
that.
I want to turn the dabs off.
Yeah.
And I want like a costume for
dab
Daisy
meter. Yeah.
where her creamy thighs are showing.
Yes, them creamy thighs. I'm just saying when she's
I wanna
driving,
see
when
them
she's riding
veins.
that chopper and you see all that leg. Oh,
Jesus Christ.
You enter photo mode and you're zooming in.
I need
embarrassing
another
myself.
drink.
I'm embarrassing myself. I'm just saying, it's like I unlocked the chopper and I was like, oh yeah, I want this one. And then like obviously, she's in that relaxed riding position. And like I said,
she's spread, and you know what she's packing down there.
Yeah. You switch that swimsuit because you don't willingly pick it. You're just like, oh no, I don't want to be that guy.
Whoops, I accidentally wore the
And then all of a
swimsuit.
sudden, then all of a sudden you drive through the drive-through, and then all of a sudden you use the food that you get, and then she just turns into a swimsuit. It's like, oh, okay, I can't.
And then you draw a picture, and it comes to life, and then you marry her.
And then all of a sudden, 18,000 screenshots later, I mean,
is it weird to marry her?
No,
it's not.
No.
Weird.
No. How dare you judge me?
I prefer Peach in the tight like racing uniform.
Peach is boring. If anything, Rosalina, if not Daisy.
Rosalina's fine.
Let's not rank the ladies, though. Let's rank the game.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
We're
let's
going
do
to the Dogcast game ranking where we say this or that, and it moves up or down.
May I ask you guys your favorite track first?
The Donkey Kong track.
Okay.
Yeah.
I won't choose it just because you chose it. Otherwise, I would have. I'll say the Air Fortress, based on like
That one's cool.
Yeah,
That one's cool,
The Mario
yeah.
Brothers 3, like
God, that was
that one goes.
That was a
hard.
nostalgia trip for me.
I like the
And
question
hearing
block,
hearing the
Question
music
Block
too.
Ruin's very cool.
Hearing the music too at that time like gave me goosebumps.
And we all agree Rainbow Road is the best Rainbow Road ever.
Yes.
That was an emotional that's an emotional track.
I wish you could go there
The
and free
music,
roam, but you can't.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, why not?
Maybe that's DLC.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
All right, so we have 71 games currently, so we'll go right in the middle, and
This is
we'll
going to be high up there, I think.
Mario Kart World or Resident Evil 2 remake.
Mario.
Stoy's- Stoy's out.
no.
Kart
I will recluse myself from voting on this one. Resident Evil 2 remake.
Brad.
Oh, it doesn't matter because it's Mario Kart World.
Yeah, fine.
Mario Kart World or Okami.
God damn it.
God damn it.
now it's on you.
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart World.
Mario Kart
I'm just
World.
going to say Mario Kart World.
Mario Kart World, yeah.
Now it's on me. Mario Kart World or Celeste.
Mario
Mario Kart World.
Celeste.
Whatever.
Mario Kart World or Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Fuck off.
Dude.
Mario Kart World.
Mario Kart World.
I'm glad I don't have to make my mind up then.
Okay, all right.
Mario Kart World or Pokemon Red / Blue.
Mario Kart
Mario
World.
Kart World.
Whoa. Mario Kart World or What Remains of Edith Finch.
Mario Kart World.
Mario Kart World.
Edith Finch. Mario Kart World or Hades.
Mario Kart
Mario Kart World.
Because I
Mario Kart
played
World.
Hades too, and it's better.
Okay, now we're into the top. Now we're in the top 4.
Oh boy.
Mario Kart World or Baldur's Gate 3.
Fuck.
Damn.
Baldur's Gate 3.
I'm going to give it to Mario Kart World.
Oh, no.
No, it's up to you, Stoy.
Oh, no. Because I love Baldur's Gate 3, but I'm so bad at it.
Baldur's Gate 3, there's 110 hours of... I could play that game another 1,000 hours and not see the same thing twice, probably. So many different playthroughs.
But Mario Kart World is a game I will be playing for the next 8 years.
That's why this is a tough one.
I'm going to give it to Mario Kart World. Sorry, okay. Baldur's Gate 3. I know you can...
Fuck.
Mario Kart World or Death Stranding.
Fuck you.
You knew this was happening. You knew this was happening.
I know. I'm gonna give it. Stranding changed my life.
I'm going to give it to Mario Kart World.
Death Stranding.
But okay, all right.
Wow. Mario Kart World is up there.
Number 3?
Yeah, so Mario Kart World is number 4. Death Stranding is number 3. Kentucky Route Zero is number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
and Bloodborne is number 1.
Still.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm surprised.
What a world to be alive in.
Yeah.
That climbed the ranks. Very tough. Very tough.
Honestly, this game is just too likable. There's no way. Like, the reality of the situation is that if I'm ever just bored, slap this sucker on.
Yeah.
Always good.
Brings a smile to your face. It really does.
Just do it.
There's not a lot of games out there that can do that. That just like instantly brings a smile to your face. Like even just sitting in the title screen.
Yeah.
You know?
We had to drive to Oconomowoc yesterday to go pick up a fire pit. And I was playing Switch 2. And then I'm like, she's like, Carla's like, you want to go? I'm like, yeah. I just picked up my Switch and I just went right in the car.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed my summer drive, not looking at anything other than Mario.
You know what?
What a world we live in, man.
When my wife wanted to watch something the other day, I'm like, I'm busy. I'm playing this new RPG that just came out. I'm gonna let you watch White Lotus or whatever the fuck she wants.
It's a bunch of beautiful people fucking at random hotels, is what I hear.
It is. That's what these women watch these days. What the heck?
I hear two brothers kiss.
Beautiful.
Natural incest.
Now I'm in.
We're in it.
If you want access to more episodes of Raw Dogs, our Elden Ring podcast, Elden Dogs, our movie podcast, Popcorn Dogs, if you want access to all of those other shows, bonus content, check out patreon.com/hairofthedogcast for many, many wonderful exclusive episodes and podcasts, including Doggies After Dark and Side Quests, which we will be doing after this. Special thanks to Patreon executive producers Brian Ward, Ryan Christianick, Kip Kipper, Phil Wright, Jordan Hoff, Kelly Gutowski, Bryant Ross, Phil Just Red Bear Phil, thanks Tyler, Justin Melly, Just Sonic, Horny Jim, and Spetsnaz. We appreciate your support.
Horny Jim.
And all of the other Patreon supporters. There's tons of people on our free trials. We love all of you. People that are on the $3 and $5 tiers as well. You get access to tons of stuff. So thank you for checking that out. And Go play some Mario Kart.
Just go buy it.
If you're on the Discord, you've got a baked-in company of people who will play this with you if they're free.
Yeah, and we should.
We should, yeah.
We will see.
Yeah, we really should.
That's kind of stupid. We're not even friends on there yet.
Yeah, what the heck? I haven't.
That's on y'all.
Are you Nightroon?
Yeah.
Oh, you are? Okay, right.
Yeah.
It was
cool in 8th grade.
Yeah.
It's still in 8th grade, and so you kept it.
Yeah.
I've accepted it.
I'm just Dylan on there now.
I got to start going through in the Discord. There's obviously a chat room where people are sharing their info and stuff. So I'm gonna start adding switch codes.
Go in there.
Should I change it from Dylan to something else? Dylan's just my fucking name.
We'll see.
I'm Stoy. Bye. Those creamy thighs.